to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about taking a break and why it's actually beneficial for your mental health and may actually improve your writing. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into it. I know it sounds weird talking about taking a break whenever we're about to jump into a huge writing challenge in the month of November. But stick with me on this one. I promise I have good reason. So if you've read my blog, if you know anything about me, my mission here with this channel, with everything that I'm trying to accomplish, is to help bring mental health awareness and emotional intelligence to creative people like myself. You know, growing up, I didn't know a whole lot about emotional intelligence, and it hurt me a lot not being educated on these topics. And as a creative person and an empath, I learned that I took on, the emotions of others, feelings of others, and a lot of times that negatively impacted my creativity. I know a lot of people have that saying that, you need to suffer in order to create art. I just want to tell you that that is absolutely not true. I don't believe that you need to completely suffer and have a bad life in order to be able to create art, such as writing, painting, dancing, whatever it is. I don't feel like suffering is something that is a must or is necessary. Not at all. So as I continue to introduce topics with writing, I'm also going to be incorporating emotional intelligence into them. That way you can see two sides of it. While on one side, this writing advice may help you a lot. You may learn something. It may help your writing improve. But on the other hand, if you take things to the extreme and you constantly take writing advice from everybody, it may actually harm you and your mental health in the long run. So what we're going to be talking about today and jumping into is a few tips that I have to give myself a break whenever I need one. So this is for whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, there's a lot going on, and actually I give myself a little break every single day, and this is why it helps. It may sound weird, but whenever I clock out of work, I have what I call detox time. This gives me time to clock out of my 8 to 5 job and give me some time to mentally reset and get in the mindset of the projects I want to work on for the day. So I give myself an hour and a half. 30 minutes is personal time, and then an hour is to cook and eat dinner with my husband. This is my time to catch up on events during the day, relax a little bit from the stress of work, and then slowly transition into my writing time. Moving right along into the second tip, that is to change your setting. So with working from home right now, typically I work in an office. So whenever I'd work in the office and then come home, a big part of changing my setting was getting in the car and leaving the office and coming home. Well, now since COVID and I've been working from home for several months, I've learned that in order for me to get into a creative space, I need to actually change my setting. So having my desk in my room for a long time, I had to change things up a little bit. So now my desk is not in my room anymore. It's in my living room area space. That is temporary, but I've noticed a big improvement. The fact that I physically get up, I go to, place A to do my 8 to 5 job, and then whenever I clock out at 5, then I move into my bedroom, and that's where I get on my laptop, not my desktop, and I start working on projects. Now I understand a lot of people may not have 2 computers. This may not work for you, but if you have like a journal, a laptop that you can move from place to place, whatever the situation might be, I highly recommend changing your setting. Changing your setting can be really beneficial because you're associating a certain space with your work day. So, for my 8 to 5, I associate the dining room table with my work day because that's where I work right now. But whenever I'm done, I get to go to my bedroom where it's more inviting. Everything's decorated the way that I love it. My bed is cozy. My desk is set up for writing. I have my bulletin board there with all of my goals for the month. I have pictures on the wall of my characters, what they look like. So it is totally a writing zone. And moving from the living room into my bedroom, even though I'm just going down the hall, makes a big difference and helps me get in the mood, and I've been so much more productive. So my third tip is your physical and emotional needs and paying attention to those. Personally, I can stay up really, really late working on writing, and I've done it pretty often during Preptober. It's honestly been a good reminder to myself, since NanoWriMo is coming up and the goal in November is to try and get words on the page every single day. Well, every single day, you may not feel like writing, or maybe you didn't sleep well the night before and you're exhausted and you need to go to bed early. Maybe it's Saturday and you want to take a 3-hour nap in the middle of the day and work on writing later. Maybe it's Thanksgiving and you're spending the whole day with your family and you can't get any writing on the page. Regardless of what your schedule is, it's important to pay attention to your physical needs. If you're tired, take a break. If you're still so stressed out that you don't feel like you can focus on the project, take a break. Do something that you truly love to do. And I know that, like, if you're writing, like, you love to write, but let's all be honest, writing takes a lot out of us mentally, despite the fact that we love it. I think it's the fact that we love it that we continue this insanity and put ourselves through this to put words on a page, go through publishing a book, all of this, just so a stranger can read it and hopefully love it. So don't get me wrong whenever I talk about taking a break from writing and doing what's best for you, because I absolutely love writing, sometimes to my own detriment, which is why we're talking about this right now. So pay attention to your body, pay attention to your physical needs, try and get enough sleep at night. Don't stay up all night if you can help it. Plan ahead, schedule meals, meal prep, grocery shop 1 day a week, or if you live in Texas, you know what H-E-B is. They do curbside pickup. So does, I think, Walmart now. And, wherever you are, your local grocery store probably does curbside pickup now, especially with all the COVID stuff. It is really, really helpful, and I know it saves my family a lot of time. So plan things out ahead and set yourself up for success. And don't be mad at yourself and don't feel guilty, because you're human and you need a break. If you push yourself too far and you work on writing or whatever creative project while you're exhausted, you're probably not going to get the best work out of it. Yes, you may be getting words on the page, but what quality are those words? Think about your intention when writing. You've probably heard me say this before, you've probably seen me share it on Instagram or talk about it, but I really try to live my life with purpose and intention. And part of living with intention is setting your mindset to a goal and knowing what the purpose is, and then setting up your environment for success. So whenever you go to write, what is the intention behind it? What are you wanting to get out of it? And if you're not in the right mental space to be able to honor your purpose and honor that intention, then why are you doing it? And can it wait until you are in the right mindset? Give yourself permission to take a break, relax, reset, so that whenever you get back at it in a couple hours or the next day, you're going to kick that project's butt. You're going to do amazing because you set yourself up for success and you're energized and you're ready to go. But if you're not ready and you need to take a break, don't feel guilty. That is honestly the people pleaser in us. We feel guilty for not fitting a societal norm or for not doing what we think we're expected to do. Well, I don't think anybody out there expects you to run yourself ragged and into the ground just to accomplish NanoWriMo. We all want to write 50,000 words, but the point is to write your novel, right? So what is it really about? Is it about writing 50,000 words on a page that don't mean anything because you just got it done? Or is it about writing something that's going to impact somebody? Is it about writing something that you're proud of, that you love? Set your intention. Know what your purpose is with this novel and why you're writing it. And you will be able to go into it with a much better headspace. So pay attention to your physical needs. Make sure you are mentally and emotionally prepared to write. And if you're not, give yourself permission to take a break until you are, and to get yourself into the proper gamer speak, into the proper mindset to write. Okay, the last one, number 4, is probably something I've already talked about a lot in this video, and it's probably going to sound kind of obvious, but that is be flexible with your schedule. And that kind of ties everything together that I'm talking about in this video. You may come up with a schedule and you're going to try to stick to it as best as you can, But if you don't sleep well on Tuesday night and Wednesday all day you're feeling like crap, and Wednesday night gets here and you want to just relax on the couch and watch a movie and chill, or you need to go meditate or take a bath, whatever it is, be flexible with your schedule. Give yourself permission to switch things around to give yourself a break. My break days are Saturdays and Sundays. You know, this past Thursday, I took a break. I took Thursday off. I felt so mentally drained. I was so tired and I needed a break. So I hopped on the game and I played games with my friends who I got to laugh with, joke with. They put me in a better mood and I felt really, really good about how I spent my afternoon. So the next day, Friday, I got everything done. I had twice as much work to do, but I was in a much better headspace and I was relaxed, I was rested, and I felt a lot better so that I was able to be twice as productive the next day. And that's what this is really about, you know, taking care of yourself so that you do have energy to carry on to the next day. Because the more that you put off self-care, the harder it's going to be day after day after day. And if NanoWriMo is coming and the point is to try and write every day, then, you know, maybe you need to take a break for a day so that you can write a ton of words the next day. You know, just do your best to try and honor yourself, honor your space, so that you can put out the best work that you possibly can. So if you've made it to the end of the video, here's my little update. You may have saw on my Insta stories, which if you are not following me on Instagram, if you want to get little mini updates of my progress through Preptober and also NanoWriMo when it gets here, I will link my Instagram account down below and also show it on the screen. So I was able to get everything done on my list, and then actually some stuff for this week. So I got really ahead. I started to realize that there might be a couple things I need to change in my outline. I know, yikes. So I wanted to get a head start on this week's projects and get those done. So I'm practically done with world building. I have almost all of my character profiles done, and the only thing I really have left is a couple character profiles and then reviewing my outline, and I've got a little less than 2 weeks to do that, so I'm feeling really good about my progress. Drop down in the comments and tell me about your progress. I would love to chat with you and get to know more writers in the community. I almost forgot, I actually signed up on the NanoWriMo.org website, which is pretty neat. I did not know that was a thing until recently. So if you want to be my buddy on there and keep up with my progress when NanoWriMo comes, and we can help encourage each other, then I will link my account down below with my profile name so that we can go add each other as buddies. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.